So The Bride stars Jesse Buckley and Christian Bale, and it is the latest Frankenstein related movie. And this time it follows Frankenstein's monster as he travels to Chicago in the 1930s in search of a companion, thus giving life to a murdered woman as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change. And before you do ask, yes, that is the IMDb premise. Okay, yeah, I'm giving it credit. Come on. So yeah, I was able to watch this yesterday. I just wasn't able to make a review on it because I had homework. I didn't have time. So yeah, I have time now. So here I am making a review one day later, one day after I've watched it. So yeah. So if you saw my most anticipated movies of 2026 video, you would know that I was very much looking forward to The Bride. And I mentioned in that video that the movie enticed me because it looked like this very big, bold, stylistic, original movie that was taking some swings with the Frankenstein IP. And that's exactly what this movie is for the most part. It is a film that is trying to do a lot of things. It has varying tones and it's going for different vibes here and there. The pieces don't always come together, and I definitely think this is gonna be a divisive movie. Matter of fact, I can definitely see a lot of people not liking this movie for sure. I think the general audience member would, yeah, I can definitely see a lot of people not liking this one. Yeah, but me personally, I dug a lot of stuff in this movie. I actually did. I think a lot of it was right up my alley. Especially when it came to the ambition, the boldness, and just being absolutely bizarre. It's a very weird movie. I'll touch more on that later. Even though the script and themes weren't always hitting as hard as I wanted it to, I constantly found myself drawn to the weird, almost fever dream like vibe that the movie was going for when it came to telling this story. Um, and though I did dig it, it's definitely all over the place. A lot. I think it's, yeah. The movie itself is just all over the place, and it can make for that the way Maggie Gyllenhaal chooses to tell the story. It can definitely be incoherent at times, but there was a lot for me to appreciate in this movie. So I mentioned Maggie Gyllenhaal. That's because she wrote and directed this movie. If you don't know, Maggie Gyllenhaal is Rachel from The Dark Knight. Yeah, that's Maggie Gyllenhaal. And yeah, she's in a lot of other films too. Great actress. So yeah, she this isn't her first film. I think her first film was The Lost Daughter, I think was the title. It was 2021. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched that, so I can't really speak on that. But let me just say, she did an amazing job directing this movie. Holy shit. You can absolutely feel her love for film, for the art of filmmaking, and like just the language of film. You can feel it oozing through the screen. I felt it watching this movie. I absolutely dig. Um, she goes for things that I didn't quite expect this movie would go for. Like the style, the way she tells the story. Like I said, it's all very interesting and very ambitious. A lot of creative decisions in this movie that I dug. Like I said a while ago, the film borders into a very fever dream type musical. It becomes like a sort of musical type of film at times, and I really like that. I actually really did. I thought it was daring, it was lively, and I love movies that take swings, that just swing for the fences. I love it. And I think with that, like there is absolutely fantastic production value at display here. This movie looks fucking gorgeous. I really like that 1930s grunge that the movie's going for, but also very bright, very lively. It's you'll see, like especially like when they go to New York. Yeah, it's amazing production design at display in this movie for sure. The cinematography, like I said, gorgeously shot on IMAX digital cameras by DP Lawrence Sher, same DP of both Joker movies. So yeah, coincidence considering this movie is definitely getting a lot of comparisons to Joker Folia Do. I mentioned it in my video, the most anticipated movies of 2026 video, which is crazy. Also, Maggie Gyllenhaal directing Christian Bale.
Poor choice of words.
The performances were just spectacular across the board. Christian Bale was once again great, absolutely commits to the role. Like he's really good in the movie as Frank. Yeah, we call him Frank in the movie. Very good. Great body performance too. But for sure, the absolute powerhouse of this movie is without a doubt Jesse Buckley. Fresh off Hamnet. Fresh off Hamnet. And the Oscars is next week, and she's about to win an Oscar for Best Actress next week. And she has this movie. She is amazing in this movie. She was an absolute powerhouse. She definitely gets to do a lot with the role. She commits, she goes all in, she brings in the much needed energy that the role demands. And I think that this mixed with Christian Bale's, like, I wouldn't say more laid back, but definitely Jesse Buckley's The Bride was definitely a wilder character compared to Frank. But yeah, I think they both played their part well and made for a really, really good dynamic. They have great chemistry together on screen. Yeah, for sure. They both did well. Jessie Buckley, what a performance. She was fucking spectacular in this movie. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this movie definitely didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to, mainly because of the script. Um, I'm gonna say this straight up. Nothing happens. Nothing really happens in this movie. I wouldn't say it has nothing to say. It definitely has something to say, but its delivery is so it doesn't leave an impact. This movie just does not leave an impact. Nothing happens. Yeah. Um, a lot of themes are presented in this film. There's a particular scene where the bride is giving this speech. It's a very pivotal scene in the movie. She's giving this speech, holding people at gunpoint, and there's so many ideas and themes that are presented in that one scene, but they really just don't come into fruition. I was also thinking to myself, it because when that scene was like going on, I was like, it's pretty late into the movie, like to be doing all of this. Like, how the hell are they gonna fully explore this like this late, this much into the runtime? And I was right, they didn't. They really didn't. I would even say that it goes nowhere. Right after that scene and a couple of scenes after that, it goes nowhere. There was a lot of potential in the script for sure, but it just sadly doesn't reach it for me. The film also takes a very interesting and different direction to the bride's character, and in the way that she is introduced in their character as a whole, which is introduced in the very beginning of the movie. It's so interesting. I was genuinely like, what the fuck are they doing? Are they doing what I think they're doing? Like, a lot of thoughts were going into my brain. But ultimately, that creative decision goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. Like, genuinely, it goes nowhere. And by the end, I was just thinking, oh, that was just a decision that it felt very pretentious. It did, because it felt like they just did it for the sake of doing it. There was no reason for it. Um, it felt like they just did it for the sake of being different without, and it just didn't have any narrative payoffs, and that was disappointing. It really was. So yeah, this movie just didn't quite do it for me as much as I really wanted it to. The idea of a Bonnie and Clyde movie with these characters was very enticing, and the film definitely has that vibe. It does. It even has a film noir vibe. It has uh, old Hollywood vibe. It's going for a lot of things, like I said. But at the same time, it also felt like they were holding back when it came to the chaos and the rebellion, which is a shame because rebellion is like one of the central themes of this movie. And it felt like they weren't going all in for it. Um, yeah, I did mention in my anticipated video that this movie was either going to be a misfire or it could be something very special. It is a bit of a misfire for sure. Some decisions in this movie just don't quite work for me, especially the one I mentioned with the bride's character. You'll know it when you see it. Like, it's legit, like the very beginning of the movie, and it just goes on for the entire film. But there's just no payoff for that decision. I was really waiting for one, but it wasn't there. And yeah, I think it definitely is a bit of a misfire, definitely a bit pretentious at times. But yeah, but fantastic performances from Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley and the entire cast as a whole. The gorgeous production design and a revelation from director Maggie Gyllenhaal definitely made this a sight to see in theaters for sure. I can't wait to see what Maggie Gyllenhaal directs next because she's got it. She's got the eye. She's absolutely got the eye. I just wish it had been more impactful than it was. I just wish it was as impactful as it was making itself out to be. And yeah, I really wanted this to be a very good movie. I really, really did. I had a lot of hope, like, but yeah, it just swung the other way for me. So yeah, I'm gonna give The Bride a C plus. So yeah, that's been my review of The Bride. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you will go see the movie, or if you have seen the movie, tell me what you thought about in the comments. But yeah, it's flopping at the box office right now, which is a shame. Like, even though, yeah, C plus fine, but like, I wish this movie's making more money because it's a very ambitious and somewhat original film, even though it's based on, yeah, IP Frankenstein and shit like that. But it's such an original take on the characters that I just wish more people gave it a chance and went to see it, because you never know. Some people might like it more than me. And yeah, I think it's a shame. It's a shame. It's definitely it, this movie bombing is definitely like telling the studios, "Oh shit, why do you think there's not a lot of original films nowadays? Why do you think it's like rehashed ideas here and there?" Well, it's because movies like these are bombing, which is a shame. I wish people gave this a chance. Yeah. So yeah, that's been my review. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you soon. I feel like I will see you soon. You'll see me soon. But yeah, this has been your boy Dane, and please subscribe, please like, please continue to support the channel. And if you're new to the channel, start supporting it. Yeah. This has been your boy Dane, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.